just begin to I'll tell you the Chinese people, they had come down to India during the East India Company. They came here and during that time the British has taken a survey like how many Chinese are staying in Mumbai in 1872. So there was only 305 families, Chinese. And then they have the Maharashtrian, Hindu, Brahmin and all this. So the survey was taken in 1872. So according to that, so my grandfather and all this, they came down from Canton. From Canton is the southern part of China, near the seashores. So basically my grandfather was a merchant and all that. So there were a lot of trading going on during the British and the Chinese. You know, British go all over the world, they do trading and all that. So my grandfather took the opportunity. So he came down here because it was under the British rule. So the value of the currency is more. So my grandfather, they came down here now, from Canton. Now it became Guangzhou. They changed the name into Guangzhou. So when he came down here, he was a businessman and all this, merchant also. He had money. So he opened a restaurant in Pune restaurant. That time the British army was there. So over there he got contact with the British army because they used to come to drink Chinese food, and so became pally with them. Like became so pally and all this. So those ship admiral and all this, when they come to eat and all this, then offered my grandfather, like, will you take the job as a contractor? Like, get me Chinese workers to work in the ship as a fitter, as a cook, as a carpenter, as a sailor. Because we stayed near the coastline. Coastline, all these people over there. So usually in history, all coastline people that migrate throughout the world. So my grandfather came down here. Then he started doing business and all this. And after that, when he got his contract, like he fell short, like there's a restaurant and to run this shipping contractor, British India Shipping Corporation, it was called that time. I think later on it became Mechanic Mackenzie when the British left India that time. So he called down my father. My father, he was studying in China. So he came down here to study especially for English. Because the value of English, that time you know how to speak, you get job like that. So he studied in Bombay. In Bombay later on and all, when he became big, then he took over the job as a shipping contractor. I beg? College?
Yeah, he came to study in that.
Now this is so deep and all this, I don't know when my grandfather came also. It's so deep, yeah. If you want, then you have to, what do you call it? As long as I know what is there, when in memory, I'm now 72. So I'm born in 1951. And I tell you also, people are born after before 50, before 49, they are not considered Indian citizen. Do you know that? You have to go to the CID to report that you have come here to working over here. Every year you have to go and do it. But if you are born after 1950, you are considered as an Indian citizen. Because India got independence in 1947. So whoever born after 50, they are all Indian citizens. So they should do the survey. But now they are doing the survey because of like election. But even they won't tell you it is Chinese. The religion Buddhism, religion Catholic, religion they won't say Chinese. So you won't able to find out. Unless until you want to go deep in that details, you can do in Bombay, you find out where the survey is, how many Chinese are left. So my father, he came down, then he took over the job. as a shipping contractor because, and then we called the people from China. This place is not a temple. This was a marine institute because it's given in the municipal tax. I pay tax. I didn't knew anything about this. I took over like 22 years back. I didn't knew my father had a hand in this. Yeah, I didn't knew anything. But later people start talking. In fact, starting when they came, no, they thought I was a ruffian because I had long hair. I used to smoke. I never in touch with Chinese. Throughout my life with Indians only. All castes, not only like particular caste. My friendship is like that. My father's name is here, written down here, carved over here. And all this workshop is done by my father, carpentry workshop.
Wow.
We had a carpentry workshop. Like that. We were staying in Kamathipura, Subrali Street. That was the original Chinatown. This is not Chinatown. This is not Chinatown. You're getting wrong information. This is because dock is here. This Marine Institute. And over the two buildings, those people used to stay over there. Like when they come down from China, they don't have place to stay. So that's a temporary inn. Like Samaj, Patida Samaj, Ye Samaj, Wo Samaj. So to help the Chinese to establish in India. So this was like a lodge for them to stay. और ये था अपना Marine Institute है. But after that, people started coming from China, this and that. They felt homesick. बोला कुछ टेम्पल नहीं, कुछ नहीं. भले सबका घर में होएगा छोटा मूर्ति, छोटा कागज होएगा, लेके आया होएगा. मगर ऐसा मंदिर नहीं था. तो वो लोग बोले, why don't we make this one part of it as a temple? वो हिसाब से ये टेम्पल बन गया. Because of the population increase, Kamathipura में increase हो गया population, 5 to 10,000 people. Why it's called Chinatown over there? Because grocery shop is there, shoe shop is there, dentist shop is there, meat shop is there, garden is there. So that's why it's called Chinatown. सब चीज़ मिलता है. School आगरीपाड़ा में, Chinese school आगरीपाड़ा में था. That is all. सब ले लिया, सब बेच डाला. जो था ना, उन लोग का इंटेंशन खराब था ना, बेच डाला. वो गार्डन भी बेच डाला. अभी भी है. My father and grandfather, they opened. This is very common, common है. Because अपना throughout the world में जाएगा ना, अपना कास्ट में. Yes, CF. This is called CF. CF code. We are one of the Cantonese. So we try to help our own community to settle down. That's why when you go to America, if I speak my language, CF language, they'll understand. But if they speak Mandarin, I won't understand. Because I never studied Chinese. This is my mother tongue. My mother tongue is CF.
So how many Chinese families in Mumbai? Oh, none.
No idea. Only New Year Day they come here. New Year Day come here to pray.
You know Jimmy? In Bandra, he owns a Chinese restaurant. Jimmy is Chinese. No.
I told you I don't have Chinese friend here.
Oh.
From childhood से मेरा दोस्ती सब इंडियन ही था. मेरा एटमोसफियर ऐसा था.
They used to print some newspaper, Chinese newspaper from them.
Huh?
They used to print some Chinese newspaper from here.
था, सब था, मगर सब बंद हो गया.
इधर होता था वो.
हाँ?
वो कमाटीपुरा में था.
होएगा कमाटीपुरा में. ये इतना पूरा थे, मैं तो बहुत छोटा था. मैं बहुत छोटा था. मैं भले आई एम बॉर्न इन बॉम्बे, मगर जितना मालूम है, जितना मेरा पेरेंट्स बोला कि ऐसा 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 ऐसा, मेरा ग्रैंडफादर के बारे में कौन बोला? मेरा माँ ने बोला. क्योंकि उसमें एक टोपी था, हेलमेट था. तो और मेरे को पसंद है ये वॉर पिक्चर काउबॉय वो टाइम पे था। तो मैं पूछा मेरा माँ को ये किसका हेलमेट है? बोलते तेरे ग्रैंडफादर का है। बोला ग्रैंडफादर का हेलमेट लेके क्या करे, ये तो मिलिट्री का है। बोलता नहीं वो एयर वार्डन था, बिकॉज ड्यूरिंग द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में जापान आ रहा था ना, बर्मा तक आ गया ऐसा। तो एयर वार्डन के सिग्नल करने के, सब सिटी मारने के, बंद करो लाइट बंद करो। सो ही वॉज लाइक अ डूइंग अ फेवर फॉर द ब्रिटिश पीपल, एयर वार्डन। दैट्स व्हाई वो हेलमेट मालूम पड़ गया। तो हिस्ट्री ऐसा मालूम पड़ता ना। तो घर पे भी है, घर पे भी एक कपड़ा मिला मेरे को 6-7 फुट का था, उसमें लिखा डाउन विद द एग्रेशन ऑफ चाइनीज, बिकॉज दैट टाइम Kuomintang was ruling China, because in 1912 na Sun Yat-sen, Dr. Sun Yat-sen, he brought down the empress, ओके कॉमन बना दिया उसको वो टाइप पे। तो तब से सन यत्सन वी कंसिडर हैज अ फादर ऑफ द नेशन। बट देन सिविल वॉर स्टार्ट हो गया बिटवीन कम्युनिस्ट एंड कॉमिंटन। सिविल वॉर में हो गया आफ्टर कॉमिंटन लॉस हो गया, हाँ समवेयर अराउंड दैट साइड। तो आफ्टर दैट दे हैड टू गो टू ताइवान, दे हैड टू गो टू ताइपे। तो वही हिसाब से गया।